I remember watching Steve Jobs make the announcement for the very first iPhone. It was a phone that was a computer, that was a camera, that was an iPod, that was a
widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? These are not three separate devices. This is one device.
It had so much involved in it. And now these phones that we have in our pockets are amazing. They have better cameras than I began my career with. Today, I'm going to teach you how to use this phone, this element that's in your pocket, to make better videos. You ready? So the first thing to know is that your phone, the technology that's inside of this phone, is basically a studio in a box. You can film, you can edit, you can upload and distribute the videos, all from this single device. It is a studio in a box. When I began my career in video and television production back in 2002, the things that we can do with a phone like this, we dreamed about, but we had a full studio. In fact, I remember the editor, one of the editors that I very first started working with, he spent upwards of $300,000 to start an edit bay that could shoot, edit, and deliver footage in a way that people could watch it. We were making large television shows, and very few people had the technology, access to the technology that we have access to today. It's so amazing. And I want you to utilize this amazing tool that's right in your pocket. So the very first thing to know is that right in your phone, just built right in, is the camera app that typically is going to work wonderfully with everything that you want to accomplish. I'm going to show you on the phone what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. It's going to be very simple. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the camera app and I'm going to open the camera app. Now you see there, I've got video, portrait, pano. I'm going to switch to video mode and then I'm going to switch to a selfie. Now, I'm going to utilize the camera. I could film in this mode if I'm primarily shooting in just for social media, but I like to film in this mode, landscape, because when I film in landscape, I can utilize this. I can utilize it for social media and I can utilize it for YouTube or for my website for many other different ways. So that's the very first thing that I want to recommend is know how you are going to use the video. If it's just for social media, great. You can film it like this. But if you don't know how you're going to utilize it, or if you're not quite sure, I recommend shooting it in landscape mode, just like this. So the camera is going to utilize, if you see right here, I have my camera set to 4K and 30 frames. If I switch there, it goes to HD. I can click. 4K actually allows me to be able to zoom in and out and have a better image and better image quality. So right there you have a 4K camera and an HD camera. When I click the other arrow, I can adjust the exposure up and down so that it's brighter or darker depending upon how bright and how dark I want it to be. So as you can see, the other areas here, you can shoot in portrait mode, photo, video, slow-mo, which is fantastic that you have that access right there to slow motion video, and time-lapse. Time-lapse is especially fun because you could set this up on a tripod or someplace in your house and you could film you working and then you could narrate over the top of that what you're doing and utilize that time-lapse video, and it makes it very simple and very easy to do. Okay, so we're going to stick in video mode. And now I want to talk about the camera. We've talked about the camera. I want to talk about the audio, what we're going to use for audio. So there are a few different ways to utilize audio. For example, if you're going to be filming close to yourself and you just have the phone like this, then you could actually use the onboard microphone and it will probably be pretty decent. But if you are going to be walking or going to be moving around and you want to eliminate outside noise, maybe you have a pair of AirPods and you just sync those up with your camera and start talking, and it will record the microphone from your AirPod. And it'll sound really, really decent. It'll sound pretty good. So maybe you don't have AirPods, or maybe that's something that you're interested in getting. Great. Try those out. Another option that might work really well for you, I mentioned having a tripod or something like that. So let me just show you a very simple, very easy example. This, I think I found this on clearance at Target for maybe $20. It may have been higher than that when it first came out, but there are a couple of things here that I want you to see. So first of all, it has a light that's built in. I'm just going to turn it on. It's dim. It's an LED light, and it's dimmable. So you can see that it goes brighter or darker. If I turned it all the way up, it'd be quite bright. And I'm just going to, if I'm going to shine that back in my face, you can see how much brighter that looks. The other thing and that's just a battery light, little LED light. Then it came with a little tripod. So I'm just going to mount the camera right here. So again, I've got it in landscape mode, but for example, I want to switch it to portrait mode, I would just adjust here and shoot it in this mode right there. The best thing about technology is that it makes things simpler and easier for our lives. If it's not doing that, it's not doing its job.
We've had some real revolutionary products. The Mac in 1984 is an experience that those of us that were there will never forget. And I don't think the world will forget it either. The iPod in 2001 changed everything about music. And we're going to do it again with the iPhone in 2007.
We've come a long way from that first iPhone, but the technology will continue to grow and change and evolve, and we have the opportunity to continue and grow and evolve with it. So I want you to not be afraid of technology, but to embrace it and to utilize it and not be afraid of making mistakes. Technology is amazing. It changes very quickly and rapidly, but the thing that's amazing about that is that it gives us more time, more energy, and it allows us to make more money and to have a larger influence. And so I want you to not be afraid of it. I want you to utilize this amazing tool that's right in your pocket. That's what we do inside of Lights, Camera, Action. We take all the lights, turn on all the lights inside your brain. We focus the camera of your mind to where you want to go to get you there, and then we take action to actually accomplish it, to actually accomplish the things that you want to do. If you'd like to work with me inside of Lights, Camera, Action, go to mattcare.com/workwithmebackdoor. I can't wait to see you inside Lights, Camera, Action.